Please join me in the invitation to gather. This invitation to gather comes from Francis Hall Johnson, a book by Francis Hall Johnson, who was an American composer and arranger of African American spiritual music. True enough, this music, the spiritual, was transmitted to us through humble channels. Its source is that of all great art everywhere, the unquenchable, divinely human longing for a perfect realization of life. It traverses every shade of emotion without spilling over in any direction. In its darkest expressions, there is always a hope, and in its gayest measures, a constant reminder. Born out of the heart cries of a captive people who still did not forget how to laugh. We honor them as we worship. There is a very old cemetery along the south border of U of I. Maybe some of you know it. We used to stroll through there on our way back from class. It was so old that it had the graves of Union soldiers who had died in the Civil War. One of our favorite headstones said, "He fought the good fight." I hope that stone is still there after all these years. We know what the Civil War was fought about. Yes, slavery, whether some people want to say so or not. Which means our fallen soldier fought the good fight to end slavery and the racism that allowed it. We know racism is still causing a tear in the fabric of our society, and we know that it is up to us to fight to mend that tear. In the end, I hope they will be able to say of all of us, they fought the good fight. We join our voices now in the prayer Jesus taught, saying, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever." Amen.
Good morning. Welcome to New England Congregational Church on this Transfiguration Sunday, this Fat Sunday. We are very grateful for your presence in this place, and a special welcome to those who are guests with us. Please note your attendance in the friendship register before passing it to your neighbor. We hope you'll all join us upstairs following worship in Friendship Hall for the Chocolate Festival. I had a little preview. It looks amazing, and I'm sure it's going to taste even better. We're so pleased to welcome back this morning's guest musicians, John Papadolius on guitar, Chad Watson on bass, and Steve Gogol on sax. And of course, Heather Azum on vocals. Thanks to you. Thanks to you and to all those who helped prepare for the party we'll enjoy after the service. Please take a moment to read through the announcements in your bulletin. Of special note, this coming Wednesday, we invite you back to New England as we begin the season of Lent together with our service of ashes right here in the sanctuary at 7 p.m. It will be a brief service of about 30 minutes, but it is sure to be a meaningful one, and we hope you'll join us. Beginning next Wednesday, on February 21st, you are invited to join us for our adult Lenten study, Finding God at the End of the World. We'll be meeting weekly through March 20th with dinner at 5:30 p.m. and the study from 6 to 7. There's no cost to participate and all are welcome, but we do ask that you sign up in the office or online so that we know how many folks will be participating. And now remember that no matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith and life, you are very welcome here. Please greet your neighbors as our children come forward. Good morning. It is great to be back with you again today. Today is a special day at New England Church. What's special about it? Yes. It's the Super Bowl. Chocolate. It's fat something. Fat Sunday. Yeah. Well, you can eat a bunch of donuts. I think there's going to be a whole lot of delicious special treats upstairs after the service. What else do you notice that's different about church today? Yes, we have special musicians with us, and there's balloons. That's right, what else? There's lots of people. You're absolutely right. More people. Yeah. What do you have to say?
It's a celebration of the United States of America.
Okay. It's
Or is it not?
maybe it has a kind of a celebration element to it. Absolutely. It does. Yep. Oh, that's okay. Mm-hmm. You have, that's true. It's the countdown to when the Easter Bunny comes and other things too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And what are we wearing around our necks? Beads. Why do we wear these things? Because they're beads? To celebrate a type of holiday? Absolutely. Because they're pretty and sparkly like party decorations? Yeah. What's that? Okay, and they're kind of like a sign for God. Mm-hmm. Yes. And some of them are different shapes, like you have ears, and I saw some dice, and I have stars on mine. That's pretty cool. So, does anybody know why we celebrate Fat Sunday and Chocolate Festival? No idea. Sure, because it's important, definitely. And on Wednesday, we're going to begin something called Lent. Lent. Now, does anybody know what Lent is? It's... Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like Lent is a time when you give something up for God and it lasts for 40 days. That's a really good answer. Yup. Sure. Yeah, it's a really good time to do nice things for other people. I'm so impressed that none of you said Lent is the stuff that comes out of your pockets. Yes, that's really impressive. So Lent is 40 days of preparation as we get closer to Easter. In some traditions, people give up certain foods or certain activities during Lent, but first they have a big party called Mardi Gras or Carnival. Carnival. People celebrate with parades and music and costumes and eating special foods. It sounds fun, doesn't it? Yeah, here at New England Church, we host our pre-Lent party the Sunday before Ash Wednesday. Does anyone know what Mardi Gras means? What the word Mardi Gras means? Mm-hmm. Celebration time, that's a good guess. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Yeah.
It sounds like a name for a human.
It sounds like a name for a human. Fair enough. So it means Fat Tuesday in French. Fat Tuesday, because Wednesday is when Lent starts, so we celebrate Fat Tuesday. We call our celebration here Fat Sunday. Because you eat all the kind of good stuff that, yep, you eat chocolate, you eat donuts, you eat king cakes, you eat all kinds of things before you start Lent and you give those things up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you remember that your auntie gave up doing makeup for Lent. That's not a bad thing to give up. Yeah. Yes, they are plastic. That's right. Oh, yes, they are. So now you know what we're here to celebrate, and you know why we're doing it. In New Orleans, which is the home of one of the biggest Mardi Gras or Carnival celebrations, there's a special greeting that people use, and I would like to teach it to you today. It's Cajun or Louisiana French, so listen and repeat after me. So the whole phrase goes like this: Laissez le bon temps rouler. So now we're gonna learn. You got it. So repeat after me. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let's try it all at once. Laissez le bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. So let's have a prayer before you go back to seat. Dear God, we're grateful for celebrations, and we're grateful for people to share them with. Amen. Thank you all for being here. You can go back to your seats now.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music. Maybe I have been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's so broken. And remember when I moved in you, the holy dark was moving too, and every breath redrew us. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Looking down, we are grateful for the journey up.